are struggling in the UK. Total government debt has crossed 100% of the GDP for the first time since 1961.
Currency crisis, with sterling falling very significantly to record lows against the dollar.
We're probably going to see an increase in the base rate, the interest rate, from 5%. If they keep raising interest rates, I think they will drive the UK into recession.
The United Kingdom is grappling with rising energy costs, a high inflation rate, and a widening wealth gap, leading to increasing social tensions. The situation has worsened in recent years, with a significant portion of the population living below the poverty line. Despite being the world's sixth largest economy, millions of people are struggling to make ends meet, and the welfare system is faltering, exacerbating social inequality. This video delves into the consequences of these economic challenges on different segments of society and the emergence of grassroots initiatives to address the humanitarian crisis.
In the UK, rising energy costs and a high inflation rate are leading to social tensions. The worsening situation is also affecting the middle classes. More and more people are no longer prepared to stand by and watch the government defund essential services. In the UK, almost 1 in 4, more than 15 million people, now society is eroding. What will happen next? Yet at the same time, the world's 6th largest economy is seeing but millions of people can no longer pay their bills, despite just to make ends meet.
The soaring poverty rates. In the UK, almost 1 in 4 people, totaling over 15 million individuals, now live below the poverty line. The poverty situation is eroding society, affecting not only the working class but also the middle class, who are increasingly unable to sustain a decent standard of living despite working hard. Middle class struggles. The middle class, once considered relatively financially secure, is now feeling the impact of rising costs and stagnant wages. With essential services being defunded, and family benefits cut by 50% in the last decade, more people are turning to charity initiatives and food banks to make ends meet.
Many people have said that the big society was a cover for austerity.
Erosion of welfare system, facing a crisis due to increasing demand and inadequate funding. As a result, essential services are being scrapped, and private citizens are stepping in to fill the gaps left by the government's inadequate support. Social inequality in the UK is at its most extreme since the Second World War. The wealth gap between the wealthy upper 1 billionaires and those struggling to pay their bills, especially the in-work poor, is widening, creating a significant divide in society. Impact on vulnerable communities. The consequences of the collapsing welfare system are catastrophic for vulnerable individuals, such as the homeless and those with disabilities. The lack of support from the government is leading to a humanitarian crisis, as seen in the increasing reliance on food banks and charity initiatives to provide basic necessities.
This will probably serve 10% of the community that we're serving will be homeless. The rest of the people are just short on money. They're probably waiting to get paid. They've probably had a big electric bill.
Grassroots initiatives and community support. In the face of government inaction, citizens are taking social justice into their own hands. Local volunteer-led initiatives, like soup kitchens and food banks, are providing vital assistance to those in need. However, while these initiatives demonstrate community solidarity, they also underscore the failure of the government to address the root causes of poverty.
Which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%. We're down over 16%.
Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The global economy was facing its most dangerous crisis for 70 years.
Global problems are best dealt with by global action.
It's not enough to save the UK economy from going into recession, but I'm afraid it's going to be a very, very difficult year ahead in 2009.
The UK's rising energy costs, high inflation rate, and collapsing welfare system are leading to a growing humanitarian crisis, with millions of people living in poverty and struggling to make ends meet. The middle class is also feeling the pinch, and social tensions are on the rise. While grassroots initiatives are stepping in to fill the void left by the government, they cannot substitute for a comprehensive and effective social safety net. It is crucial for policymakers to address these issues urgently and work towards creating a more equitable and inclusive society.
I've just been to Buckingham Palace and accepted His Majesty the King's invitation to form a government in his name.
The UK has a new Prime Minister. Rishi Sunak, a former investment banker. Sunak became the first person of colour to lead the United Kingdom.
This government will have integrity, professionalism, and accountability at every level.